education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who work for it today. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel Annapurna Singh Science. This is Annapurna and today I will explain you the story My Early Home. The story is about Black Beauty, written by Anna Sewell. Now this is a story of the handsome black horse named Black Beauty, and it tells about his journey as he is sold from one master to the another. The horse shares his feelings. The horse shares his feelings about the ways in which humans treat him, and he recalls living happily in a pleasant meadow. Now, one by one, this horse recalls his life where he was living before. Now, the story goes like this. The first place that I can well remember was a large pleasant meadow. Now, what is a meadow? Meadow is a field covered with grass. Now, this Black Beauty is recalling the pleasant meadow where he lived, with a pond of clear water in it. There was a pond with clear water in it. Some shady trees leaned over it. Now there were some trees, shady trees which leaned over the pond. And rushes and water lilies grew at the deep end. Now children, you can see some small plants, some flowers which grow in the water. So here also there were some rushes and water lilies grew at the deep end. At the top of the meadow was a grove of fir trees. Now this is a kind of tree. There was a line of fir trees at the top of the meadow. And at the bottom a running brook. A brook was running, overhung by a steep bank. Now what is a brook? It is a small river. So now what were the things present in the meadow? What is the Black Beauty is recalling? That is a large pleasant meadow. Also there was a pond of clear water in it, and there were some shady trees which leaned over the pond, and also there were some rushes, water lilies which grew at the deep end. And at the top of meadow there was a grove of fir trees, and at the bottom a running brook which was overhung by a steep bank. Right now, the next para. While I was young, I lived upon my mother's milk, as I could not eat grass. Now here Black Beauty is also recalling his mother. When he was young, he used to drink mother's milk as he could not eat any grass. In the daytime, I ran close by her side, and at night I lay down close by her. In the daytime, he used to always run by his mother's side, by its mother's side. Now children, we have seen that all the children, when we are very small, when we were young, we used to always be near our mother, and at night also we used to lay down, we used to sleep with our mother. So Black Beauty also remembers mother and how he used to spend its daytime and also the night with her mother. Now, so Black Beauty is recalling now its mother. How when he was young, he used to live upon his mother's milk, and in the daytime he used to always be near by its mother, and at the night, in the night time, it used to lay down close by her. The same thing we all do when we were also young. When we were child, we used to always be near our mother. Now, As soon as I was old enough to eat grass, my mother used to go out to work in the daytime and come back in the evening. And Black Beauty is here recalling that as he grew old, when he became bigger and he was able to eat grass, his mother went to go, mother started working. Mother used to go out to work in the daytime and come back in the evening. So here Black Beauty is very emotional now. It is remembering its mother, how he used to spend time with mother, but when he grew old and was able to eat grass, mother used to leave him and go for work in the daytime and come back in the evening. There were 6 young colts in the meadow besides me. They were older than I was. Now here Black Beauty is recalling its friends. There were 6 young colts. Now what is colt? Colt is young male horse. A young male horse. So there were 6 colts, 6 young male horses who were in the meadow besides Black Beauty. They were older than Black Beauty. I used to run with them and had great fun. We used to gallop all together round and round the field as hard as we could go. So here Black Beauty is recalling its time, how he used to have great fun playing with the friends, with the other colts, the 6 young colts in the meadow. They used to run in the field. They used to gallop. We used to gallop all together round and round the field as hard as we could go. So what is gallop? Gallop is to run fast. So they used to gallop. They used to run fast all together round and round the field. Sometimes we had rather rough play, for they would frequently bite and kick as well as gallop. Now sometimes they used to have rough play, means in the play sometimes during the play we fight with our friends. So that is a rough play. Knowingly we say, come, let's fight, let's do this, let's have some rough play. So here Black Beauty also used to have a rough play with the other colts. So they would frequently bite and kick as well as gallop, that is, as well as they would run fast. One day when there was a good deal of kicking, my mother whinnied to me to come to her, and then she said, now one day when Black Beauty and his friends, they had a lot of rough play. They were playing, they were kicking each other, they had rough play. Mother, this Black Beauty's mother whinnied. What is whinnied? Whinnied is the sound made by the horse. So Black Beauty's mother called Black Beauty to come to her, and then she said, what did she say? I wish you to pay attention to what I am going to say to you. The colts who live here are very good colts, but they are cart horse colts, and of course they have not learned manners. Now Black Beauty's mother called Black Beauty near her, and she is advising Black Beauty that the friends which you have, the other colts with whom you are playing, they are definitely good colts. They are good horses, but what are they? They are cart horses. They are cart horse colts. That is, they have not learned any good manners. They do not have any manners. You see the cart horses, how they will be just jumping, running, pulling the carts, and they will be just moving here and there. So it means that they have not learned any manners. I hope you will grow gentle and good and never learn bad ways. Do your work with a good will, lift your feet up well when you trot, and never bite or kick even in play, right? So what is trot? Trot, that is the way in which the horses walk. Like they will be walking like jogging. It's like a way of jogging, trotting. So that is trot. So now Black Beauty's mother advised Black Beauty to be good and gentle. I hope you grow up good and gentle and never to learn any bad ways, right? Also, she said to lift your feet up when you trot, and to never bite or kick, not even in play. Okay, I have never forgotten my mother's advice. Now Black Beauty is telling that it has never forgotten mother's advice. I knew she was a wise old horse, and our master thought a great deal of her. Her name was Duchess, but he often called her Pet. Now what was Black Beauty's mother's name? It was Duchess. Duchess, but the master called her as Pet. Okay, the master called her as Pet, right? And Black Beauty is telling it has never forgotten the mother's advice. Whose advice? Duchess' advice, who was called as Pet by her master. Now Black Beauty is also recalling its master. Our master was a good, kind man. It's telling that the master was a good, kind man. He gave us good food. Why? Why was he good? Why was he good and kind man? Because he gave us good food, good lodging, and kind words. What is lodging? Lodging is a place to live in. It's a place where place to stay. Lodging. So the master was good and kind man because he gave them good place to live in, good lodging, good food, and spoke kind words to the horses, as he spoke as kindly to his little children. So he spoke very kindly to them as he did with his little children. We were all fond of him, and my mother loved him very much. So Black Beauty was remembering its master, that they all were fond of him, they all loved him, and its mother also loved him very much. When she saw him at the gate, she would neigh with joy. Whenever Black Beauty's mother would see him at the gate, she would make sound neigh with joy and trot up to him, walk up to him. He would pat and stroke her and say, "Well, old pet, how is your little Ducky?" So who is this Ducky here? Black Beauty's name is Ducky. The master called him as little Ducky. Because I was a dull black, so he called me Ducky. Then he would give me a piece of bread, which was very good, and sometimes he brought a carrot for my mother. So the master of Black Beauty was very good and kind because he used to give him a piece of bread which was very good, and he used to bring a carrot for Duchess, that is Black Beauty's mother. There was a farm boy named Dick. Now Black Beauty is remembering the farm boy also, whose name was Dick, who sometimes came into our field to pluck blackberries from the hedge. Now this Dick used to come to pluck blackberries from the hedge. When he had eaten all he wanted, he would have what he called fun with the colts. Now this farm boy used to have fun with the colts. How he used to have fun? By throwing stones and sticks at them to make them gallop. And because this farm boy was very naughty boy, he used to throw stones and sticks at these horses to make them gallop, to make them run fast. We did not much mind him, for we could gallop off, but sometimes a stone would hit and hurt us. So these horses, they never they were not sad about like how he was making them to gallop, run fast, but sometimes the stone which he would throw at the horses would hurt them. So, and it would hit them hard and it would hurt them. One day he was at this game. Now Black Beauty is recalling a day when he was at this game. This farm boy, he was doing the same game and did not know that the master was in the next field, but he was there watching what was going on. So the master was in the next field and he was watching what this farm boy is doing with the horses. Over the hedge he jumped in a snap. Over the hedge he jumped in a snap, and catching Dick by the arm, he gave him such a box on the ear and as made him roar with the pain and surprise. So what happened now? The master was watching everything in the next field and he jumped over the hedge and he caught Dick by the arm. He gave him such a box on the ear which made him to roar with pain and surprise. As soon as we saw the master, we trotted up nearer to see what went on. So when this happened, all the horses, they came running nearby to see what was going on. "Bad boy," he said, "bad boy to chase the colts. This is not the first time nor the second, but it shall be the last." Now this master is very angry on this farm boy and he is telling, this is not the first time nor it is the second time, but it shall be the last. There, take your money and go home. He is telling to take the money, take his salary, take his pay and just leave from that place and go home, go to home. I shall not want you on my farm again. Now this master is warning the farm boy Dick that I shall not want you on my farm again. So we never saw Dick anymore. So Black Beauty is telling that we never saw Dick anymore after that. Old Daniel, the man who looked after the horses, was just as gentle as our master, so we were well off. Now, who is this old Daniel now? Now, after the farm boy Dick left the farm because he was behaving so rude with the horses, he was sent by the master. Now the old man Daniel came and he was taking care of the horses. He looked well. He was looking after the horses after the farm boy left, and he was as gentle as their master, this old Daniel. So students, I hope you have understood this story of Black Beauty and his memories, how he is recalling his previous life with the old master and where he is now, and where he is now with what life, with which master he is just sad. He's sad with the present master. So he is remembering, he's recalling his past home where he was, his early home where he used to stay with his mother and the old master. So please comment whether it be good or bad, because your comments will keep me motivated to do some more videos. So if you have not subscribed, please do subscribe, like, share, and thank you so much for watching this video.